Next is chromosomes, the carriers of heredity. Chromosomes are visible when a cell, a nucleus is about to divide. Photographs of this dividing cell nucleus can be taken through a high-powered microscope, and that process is called as karyotyping. In short, the study of chromosomes with their structures and characteristics is nothing but karyotyping. Clear? See, over here, the figures are being shown. In humans, you know there are 23 pairs of chromosomes, of which all are being given to you, right from 1 to the 23, and all are in their pairs. Each pair, when the mixing takes place, one comes from the mother, one comes from the parent. Thus, you get the mixture of both and variation occurs. Clear? In this 23, 22 all together are called as autosomes, which are responsible for the physical characters, as in you have seen right now in the table, while the rest of the one pair, this 23rd pair, is for the sex chromosome. In female we have X and X, while in male you have X and Y. It depends on the kind of the mixing. Clear? The structure, the study is altogether called as karyotyping. Okay. Chromosome numbers. See, different chromosomes numbers are being given to you, as if I told you humans have 23 pairs, that is 46 chromosome. Ascaris, they have 2, onion, that is 16, maize 20, lion 38, etc. and etc. Okay, these are the numbers total given to you. If you take a pair form, Ascaris have 1, onion has 8, this has 10, this has 17, 19, etc. Clear? They are always present in pairs. When they have same pairs, we call it as homologous pair. Okay, once again look at the above list. Each organism, the chromosomes occur in even numbers. This is because they are always occur in pair, as I told you earlier also. See, in humans 23 pairs, that is total 46 chromosome. Homologous chromosomes, as I told you, same. A pair of corresponding chromosomes of the same shape and size, one from each parent. Based on that, I have told you there are two type of categories, autosomes and sex chromosome. Autosomes physical, 1 to 22, they are identical chromosomes, categorized as this. Second thing, they are categorized according to the size also. You can see the first one is the largest, while the 22 is the smallest. Next, 23rd pair is called as the sex, in which it is designated as X and Y. X is in similar partners called female, XY in male. Clear? Sex determination, I think you are being well known about this topic now, that when the mixing of the characters takes place, female XX, XY, that is male. Now when crossbreeding takes place, one chromosome pair will come from here, the other come. If from mother you don't have any other choice, you have only one, that is X. But in father, that is from the male, if X comes in contact with it, you get again daughter. If Y comes, that becomes the son. It's very simple. 50% chances remains, because the sperms which are present in male, they are of 50% X, 50% Y. It depends on the sperm which type of sperm has fertilized with the ovary. The ovum always contains one type of gene, that is X and X only, while the male contains two types of sperms, 50% which are having X, 50% which are having Y. If X fertilizes with the X, you get daughter. If Y fertilizes with X, you get the male. This is very simple sex determination given by the scientist. The same content is being written over here also. You can just go through it. The table have shown the same thing. The zygote formation I have shown you in very short. As I told you, meiosis process only takes place over here for the formation. Okay, all the eggs are alike with one X chromosome. As I told you, Y contains 50% of each kind. Which sperm fertilizes the egg determines the child may be male or the female. Yeah. Genes and genome. Genes are the specific parts, that is segments of DNA, which determine the heredity. And the number of genes, according to the latest finding, is about 30,000. Chromosome number 1 has the largest number of genes and Y has the fewest. A genome is the full complement of DNA, including all the genes and the segment. Means genes is nothing but a small segment, while genome is the whole structure. Okay. Chromosomes, that is carriers of gene. Clear? It is nothing but the carriers, chromosomes. All species have fixed number of chromosomes. However, the characteristic depends on the type of the gene. Thus, the resulting units are called as genes. The lion and the cat have the same number of chromosomes, yet one is distinct from the other in their body size, appearance, color, behavior, etc. All such characteristics of an organism are the result of genes located on the chromosomes. One example is given over here for genes and allele. Every gene has two alternative forms for a character producing different effects. These alternative forms are called as alleles. Earlier we call it as trait. In the last table you have seen where the examples were being given, like color of your eye brown and blue. So color is the character where they have shown blue and brown are the traits. Similarly, alleles. For example, character of the tongue rolling, projecting out. When you move your tongue outside, if it rolls and if it cannot. These are the two types of the alleles characteristics. Some people can do, some cannot. Okay. The one which has been expressive is called as dominant, and the one which is not is called as recessive. For example, in a family, a father has a capacity to roll his tongue, while his son not, but his daughter can. Okay, so in this case what happens, father is being dominant, but in son the genes which is present is recessive, thus he cannot express the rolling of the tongue, while daughter contains the dominant character of the father, thus she can. What the point? The one which is expressive is called as dominant, the one which cannot is called as recessive. The dominant characters are being represented by capital letters like R, and the recessive are being represented with the small letter, that is small r over here. Clear? The alternative forms, they are always present in pairs. Okay, like over here you can see A and A homozygous because they are similar, dominant. B and B again they are homozygous because they are recessive pairs. Both are small in letters. You can see in the next one capital C and small c, capital D and small d. Thus they are called as heterozygous because these are dissimilar. In this case, the one which is shown in capital, the character will be shown of that only, not for the smaller. Okay. The genetic constitutions are called as genotype, and the expressed shown character is called as phenotype, that is physical character. Homozygous, same similar pair, capital and capital. Heterozygous, capital and small. Okay. You can see genotype and phenotype is being shown to you, the set of genes present in the cells of an organism, while phenotype is the characteristic. And this is all about for today. The next we'll see the pedigree chart, how it is being done. Okay, once you have understood about the theory of genes and all, and you can move with the pedigree chart, how it is being formed. Okay.